Capital gains tax or ordinary income tax? Two tax titans, one burning question. Which one really lets you keep more of your money? On the left, ordinary income tax, what you pay on wages, salaries, and short-term profits. And on the right, capital gains tax, for those long-term asset wins. Let's skip the jargon and see what these taxes actually mean for your wallet. We'll score each category, and by the end, you'll know which tax truly comes out on top. And the results just might surprise you. All right, before we go deep, here's a quick mind map of what we'll compare. Tax rates, holding period, income brackets for single filers in 2026, applicability, and a little tax strategy action. Yep, we're covering all the juicy parts. So first up, let's talk tax rates. Ordinary income tax, which most of us see on our paychecks, is progressive. That means it starts at 10% and can skyrocket all the way to 37% if you're raking it in. Seriously, 37%. It's steep. Now, swing over to capital gains tax, especially for long-term holdings, and things get way friendlier. Rates here are just 0%, 15%, or 20% depending on your income. Oh, and here's something cool. The top rate is lower than ordinary income. Short-term gains are another story, though. They get taxed at those regular income rates, so no magic there, folks. Winner here, capital gains tax, hands down. Okay, on to holding period. Ordinary income? Doesn't matter. It's taxed immediately. You get a paycheck, boom, it's taxed. No waiting, no sweet deals. But with capital gains, the magic is in the wait. Hold your asset for more than a year and, hello, those awesome long-term rates kick in. Less than a year? Sorry, back to regular income rates. So if you have some patience, capital gains absolutely takes this one. Moving to income brackets for single filers in 2026. Ordinary income starts at 10%, first $12,400, and can climb painfully up to 37% above $609,351. Ouch, right? Capital gains, on the other hand, starts at a chill 0% up to $49,450, then moves up to 20% only past $545,500. Lower top rates, more breathing room, it's just less harsh. Unless you're in that super high bracket with that net investment income tax tacked on. But even then, it's not as gnarly as ordinary rates. Winner? Definitely capital gains again. Oh hey, tiny interruption. Did you know short-term gains get taxed exactly like your salary? But if you play your cards right and hold for the long run, your tax bill could literally be zero. Wild, right? Now for applicability. Ordinary income tax is for the everyday stuff. Wages, salary, interest, short-term gains. Basically, if you work, you're in that club. Annoyingly, even your bonus gets hit hard. Capital gains? This one's just for profits from selling assets, like stocks or real estate. And remember, it's only the profits, not what you started with. Both are pretty broad here, so really, it's a tie. Time for some tax strategy talk. Ordinary income tax, honestly, is predictable. You get paid, you get taxed. There aren't many hacks or magic moves. What happens? Happens. But capital gains, whole different game. If you hold on to an asset for more than a year, you can get into that 0% bracket if your income's low enough. And for big portfolios, this can be massive. Sure, you've got market risk, but those savings are hard to ignore. So yeah, capital gains tax is absolutely the star for strategists. Visual learners, heads up. If you threw all these categories onto a radar chart, you'd see capital gains tax totally outpace ordinary income tax, especially if we're talking about long-term investments. So here's my final take. If you're an investor with the patience to hold and let things mature, capital gains tax is definitely the winner. It's just smoother, more forgiving, and gives you room to breathe. But hey, if you're a regular wage earner, ordinary income tax is what you get. And yeah, it bites at the top. In the end, capital gains takes it for most, but ordinary income tax just can't be escaped. If all that helped clear things up, hit subscribe, because honestly, next time around, you'll want to have the scoop before tax season drops. Don't miss the next one.